Flames in the Donbas. A Russian convoy burns before reaching the front. Sabotage or survival? As Pokrovsk's defences buckle, Ukraine rushes reinforcements, and Atesh claims rebellion is spreading inside Russia's army. A Russian soldier has allegedly set his unit's military truck ablaze to block deployment to the embattled eastern Ukrainian city of Pokrovsk, as Moscow intensifies its push to seize one of Kyiv's most critical frontline strongholds. The act of defiance was reported by Atesh, a Ukrainian partisan group claiming to operate inside Russian military structures. In an update accompanied by video footage, the group said one of its agents within Russia's 115th Separate Motorized Rifle Brigade torched the truck to prevent the unit from advancing toward the front lines. The unverified video shows a person pouring and igniting a flammable substance on a Russian truck marked with the pro-war Z insignia, the symbol widely used by Moscow's forces in Ukraine. The footage, Atesh said, was filmed near Avdiivka, another flashpoint in the Donetsk region captured by Russian troops in February 2024. Open-source battlefield tracker Deep State identified the 115th Separate Motorized Rifle Brigade as being based in the village of Lastochkine, northwest of Avdiivka, an area that has served as a staging ground for Russian assaults further west. While the claims could not be independently verified, Kyiv Post reported that Atesh alleged the sabotage reflected growing discontent among Russian ranks. The group said soldiers increasingly view acts of resistance as their only way to survive what they call suicidal orders from commanders.
By doing so, the agents delayed the unit's deployment and secured their own lives. The soldiers see their command abandoning personnel to certain death, giving them no rest or evacuation.
The group further claimed its operations were part of a wider campaign to disrupt Russian logistics and morale, calling on other troops to engage in similar acts. In recent weeks, Moscow has launched heavy assaults that breached parts of the city's southern defences, scattering Ukrainian troops in some areas and forcing urgent reinforcements. Ukrainian Commander-in-Chief Oleksandr Syrsky announced on November 1st that special forces had been deployed to the city to stabilize the front. He said that they were holding Pokrovsk and confirmed that consolidated groups of special operations forces were now operating in the embattled urban zone. Pokrovsk, once home to about 60,000 residents, has become a devastated battlefield. Ukraine's defense ministry described the fighting as fierce and dynamic, with both sides sustaining heavy losses. If captured, Pokrovsk would mark Russia's most significant territorial gain in Ukraine since the fall of Avdiivka early in 2024, a symbolic and strategic victory that could threaten Ukrainian supply lines across the Donetsk front. The escalation comes as Russian missile and drone attacks continue to pound Ukrainian cities. Overnight strikes killed 6 civilians, including 2 boys aged 11 and 14, and cut power to tens of thousands of homes, according to Ukrainian officials. Ukrainian Parliament Commissioner for Human Rights, Dmytro Lubinets, condemned the attacks, saying they targeted residential areas, though Moscow has denied deliberately striking civilians. The renewed offensive and alleged internal sabotage highlight a war now grinding into its 4th year, one defined as much by defiance and desperation as by military firepower. For Atesh, the message is clear. Russian soldiers, it says, are turning against their own commanders, and the cracks within Moscow's war machine may be widening.